Hi. I'm Ingrid, and this is Ingrid is Interested. Vlog 1, I suppose. I don't know what this channel is going to be. I want to talk about the things that I am interested in. I have thought about doing a channel that's based on one interest, alright? I thought about doing like a knitting channel, and I tried. I did, sort of. Like, I didn't try, but you know what I mean. I tried. And I think at the end of the day, like, knitting is very, very high on Ingrid's list of interests, but I like lots of stuff. What I'm not loving right now is the sun in my eyes and the very small gap in this window, but we're gonna live with it. So, oh my god, this is insane. Whatever. To begin with, so this is terrible, right? Like, this is my laptop webcam. I have another webcam. I have a phone camera that's probably better than this. I also have other places I could be sitting, but I don't want to. I just worked for 5 hours straight, which doesn't sound like a lot, but in my work it is. We'll get into that. Whatever. Good enough. I think it'll disappear behind some trees soon enough. But I have the house to myself right now, and like, I feel goofy just sitting alone in an empty, mostly empty house talking to no one. I'm not used to being on camera because I work online, and so, but I interact with people back and forth. So this is weird for me a little bit. Some of the jobs I've taken on, like some of the courses I've taught, instructed, led, whatever, have been like a live stream format, I guess, but most of what I do is one-on-one, private tutoring, so I feel weird just talking to nobody. Anyway, so whatever, like, I keep not doing this because nothing I ever put together is good enough, which is stupid. We'll circle back to that. Believe me, I know. And I also don't want to spend like 2 hours trying to figure out video editing when I have to start somewhere, alright? And I will figure out the rest as I go, little by little, like I do with everything. So, vlog, right? That's where we're gonna start, and if people start paying attention to me, that's another problem with this, like, I don't know if anyone is gonna be out there. I know they're not right now, but I don't know. It's okay, it doesn't matter. So, whatever, this is vlog number 1, introduction to what is becoming the channel. Ingrid is Interested. I'm going to try and keep up with just a weekly vlog. That'll be its own thing. But essentially what I would like to do as like a separate series is do like actual presentations of the things that interest me. So like, I might do an overview of knitting, and I might do, you know, a separate playlist that has all of my videos that deal with knitting. Maybe makeup, you know, certain historical things that I have found interesting, video games I like, books, movies. I have a lot of interests, and I would like to talk about them. But I'm also a little bit reclusive. Like I'm not. I have an anxiety disorder. All right, like it's not there, but that's not what this is. Like, I'm just an introvert. I'm an indoor dog, and I just all of the things I like to do are solitary, generally indoor type activities. So, I don't know. Like, I don't really feel lonely. I'm happy where I am. It's fine. So okay. What is Ingrid interested in? First and foremost, I mentioned knitting. I've mentioned makeup. I'm not a makeup artist. I'm not like huge big into it, but I like doing my makeup. I like being a little adventurous with it. Yeah. So I don't know. This is just ColourPop mainly. The shadow, it's from the In a Trance set eyeshadow palette. Liner is like Maybelline Tattoo Studio. It's pretty good though. It's kind of like it's a more affordable version of Urban Decay's really good 24/7 whatever eyeliner that I wish I could always afford, but I can't. Especially because as you can see, I use quite a bit on a fairly regular basis. So yeah, what's that? Knitting, makeup. I'm not any kind of like spectacular musician. I can play the violin. I just can't play the one that I have because it needs maintenance. Both of the bows need re-haired, which is not something that I know how to do or have the tools or equipment for. I would like for somebody to double check the sound post and bridge placement. It's just been so long, and to just like tune the strings that are on it to get me closer to where they should be. But usually if I'm playing makeup, Jesus. If I am playing music nowadays, it's usually on the Ocarina, which I don't have my best one in here right now, but I do have basically all of the others. If you are familiar with Legend of Zelda, you know what an ocarina is. They are real instruments that existed before the game. Not that I knew about that before the game, just so I'm not being like... I am a person who can be very pretentious, and it's more like an aesthetic thing. I don't know. I'm aware of it, alright? I know what I'm like. But that's not what this is. I'm not saying like, oh, those games. No, I love Legend of Zelda. Ocarina of Time. Probably my favorite video game of all time. Anyway, in that vein, so this is my one Zelda themed ocarina. It's just I think these are Alto Cs. I don't know. I got it from St. Louis Ocarina. I'm not gonna play this one. It is wood, which is why I wanted it. I've been wanting a wood one. It's the only wood ocarina I have. Like, it sounds okay. It's just like it responds differently than ceramic or clay. So I need more practice with it, is what I'm trying to say, and that's why I'm probably not going to play any of these today. I would prefer, like, if I'm going to do that, to do it on my phone. But this one is actually, like, those are altos. This isn't, it's not a soprano, I know that, but it is a different key. This one's an F major. And as you can imagine, I mainly got it because it's very pretty. But, like, also, this was my very first ocarina. It was like $26 on Amazon. Alto C. It's by a brand called Ocarina Wind. It's fine, but a big issue I was having is and especially if I don't have nails on. Like, this is the pinky hole, okay? And, like, yeah, without my nails, I only started doing this, like, within the past 4 or 5 months, but like, I could barely cover this hole with my pinky, and it just, like, was constantly throwing me off. But I didn't want to start with something very expensive, obviously, because I had never played an ocarina, and I had no idea if I was even going to like it. In that spirit, that's why I bought this one. This is my first double chamber. It was like $80. It was one of the cheapest ones I could find, and I can't even remember the name of the site. I would probably be able to find it, but this is a soprano. Should be a G, since it says SG, soprano G. Double chamber. You can see there's 2 holes, I guess, mouth holes. I didn't start this video intending to do show and tell with all of my ocarinas, but here we are. This is my first good, not like super fancy, but good double chamber, and this one's back to Alto C, which I do prefer. Again, we've got the 2 holes. This one's ceramic. It's also from St. Louis Ocarina. Like, most of the ones I have now are from STL, St. Louis Ocarina. I really, really love their work, and I've not had a single negative experience. And I have ordered, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 flutes from them. Because, yeah, like the small double chamber, like I said, came from a site I can't remember. I think it's Songbird, actually, now that I'm saying that, Songbird Ocarina. They're actually pretty good, too. I just tend to prefer the stuff that STL has. But anyway, so, yeah, I really do like this one. But my very good one, which you'll see eventually, is Purple Clay, and it's a triple chamber. It's also like this, but there's a 3rd chamber, another small one that's just 1 row of holes, like with this, but it makes it so that, like, you have much better range. I mean, to be perfectly honest with you, I don't think since I've owned the thing I've ever had to use the upper chamber, which thank God, because honestly, like, it's super shrill, but I was already going to be spending a lot of money on the flute, because the purple clay ones are very expensive. So I wanted more range. I was gonna be spending several $100s on one, and yeah, the one I went with, so it's an Alto C. It just has another chamber, has more range, better material. Because, yeah, like, this one I want to say costs around, like, 120, something like that. My good one, the triple chamber Alto C, is $400, and I think that was on sale. But anyway, it's worth it. It sounds beautiful, and I mean, my God, like, obviously I liked it. I kept buying them. If you want to know why, I mean, honestly, a lot of it was aesthetic. Some of it was upgrades, upgrading from this. By the time that I got the purple clay triple chamber, I'd gotten pretty decent at it. I mean, I'm not awesome, but I play okay. And I have fun with it. I don't play as much lately. I've been trying to get back into it a little bit better. And I think that honestly is part of why I want to do this kind of channel, is really just to help me appreciate and, I don't know, what's the word I'm looking for? Not spread out, but just be more consistent, more equal, I don't know, amongst my hobbies, because I do have a tendency to focus very intensely on just 1 or maybe 1.5, 2 for extended periods of time. But I do really enjoy the days or weekends or weeks, whatever it is, that I have where I've balanced out, like, my hobbies over that period of time. I like played some video games, and I did some good writing, and I got some reading done, and, you know, some knitting, so on and so forth, you know what I mean? It's like, I guess maybe that's just me being greedy. Like, I lose sleep sometimes, like, intentionally, because there's just so much I like to do, you know? And I think that's another reason I've been struggling to start this channel, is because, I mean, I know for one, like, I need to work on my screen presence, my energy. I'm not a very excitable person for the most part, at least not, you know, it's just not my energy. But I mean, you just saw me talking about my stupid flutes, and I know my energy changed, and I wasn't paying attention to my face the way that I am now, where I'm just talking, right? So I don't know, but whatever. Everybody starts somewhere, and, like, if I don't start somewhere, I'm never gonna get anywhere with trying to make this channel. I'm not really trying to do this for money. If it gets to that point, cool, but, like, I'm very happy with my day job as it is. If, you know, it came to a point where I make some money through this and I can, you know, work part-time the other way, fine. I don't care. I just think this seems fun. I watch YouTube almost exclusively, and it's because of the range of content there, but it's become, I think it was always like this. I've just realized it more lately, that it's different watching, say, you know, a true crime channel on YouTube that I've come to like, and it's not the same as, like, and don't get me wrong, like, I love all those old, like, unsolved mysteries shows and stuff, the kind of things that, you know, play in marathons on cable TV, you know, from the 90s and stuff. But it is a very different experience to watch, say, like, Stephanie Harlow and Derek Levasseur do their deep dives that they do on Crime Weekly. Like, I feel more connected to them. It's not, I don't have a tendency toward, like, hardcore, you know, fanatical, I don't even mean behavior. Like, honestly, what I'm talking about is pretty normal things where people are like, oh, you know, like, these celebrities or whatever, like, I'm super into them. And it's like, yeah, I have some that I like there's actors that, you know, if something happened to them, I'd be very sad about it. You know what I mean? But I'm fans of YouTubers. I've mentioned two so far. I really like Maximino. I like Abby Bell. I have recently started watching Bose versus the World. She's great. A lot of what I've been watching lately, too, is estranged parents content. We're not going to get into that today. That's too much for day one. We can't right now, but I will probably eventually talk about that. But anyway, it's just gotten me more into the community that YouTube is, and I think it's the kind of social situation that works for me. I think I have a hard time forming close friendships. That doesn't bother me. Like, again, I'm not lonely. I have a therapist. She's not worried about me, so at least not any more than she should be, right? So I don't know, but whatever. Moving on. I don't want to keep rambling for too long, because that's another thing that another pitfall I've hit in previous attempts with videos. But yeah, I know my room is a mess right now. This is actually my office. Again, I work online. I'm a private tutor, private instructor, whatever. Sometimes I teach people, sometimes I help people who are in classes and just are having a hard time understanding, or just whatever, need supplemental instruction, so on and so forth. Love my job. I don't know, man. Like, what I was getting at, though, is we recently moved in here. I am married. I'm not gonna talk too much about my spouse right now. Not for anything bad. My marriage is lovely. I'm happy. That's another thing. I'm doing this vlog thing because I'm happy. Like, this sounds so weird. I don't know why I'm getting into this like this, but a lot of things are coming into place for me and in my life. This house situation, like where we are now, has been such a blessing. Everything is still a mess. Like, the move was kind of quick. Like, we knew it was coming, but as far as like when we could actually expect to move in, it's just been a mess. But considering how chaotic the situation has been, I can't pretend that we haven't been extremely lucky. Like, just I'm very grateful for the whole situation, and I don't know, I'm happy to be where I am. I don't know, my confidence is better, and so I think that it's just time for me to start just getting over myself, doing these vlogs, getting to know my own like camera presence and personality through this, and hopefully, getting to a point where I can create content that people want to see. I can, share my excitement about the things that I love, like we saw with the flutes, right? Like, you just wait until we get into knitting, my God. But yeah, that's me. I'm Ingrid. Like I said, most of what I will be covering will be my interests, but assuming I ever get any shred of a following, I mean, my God, if 5 people subscribed through the whole thing and that was it, and they interacted with me and they got something out of this, like, I would be happy. I don't think I would be comfortable with being any semblance of famous. Like, if I was at a point where anybody might, even if the odds were low, if somebody might recognize me on the street, I think that would freak me out. But I don't think I'm gonna have to worry about that, which is okay. But anyway, no, what I was getting at, I will do this constantly, and I am sorry ahead of time. What I was getting at is, I mean, yeah, like, a lot of what I'm going to cover is going to be my existing interests, but it's also, maybe it'll be a separate series, like, is Ingrid interested, where I try something new, or I take suggestions from you guys, for what to cover. And I mean, either way, like, maybe I would do a deep dive on the thing and then just give my, opinion on whether or not I am interested in the thing at the end. So Ingrid's interests, versus Ingrid is interested vlog, or whatever, is Ingrid interested? I don't know. We're working on it. But at least, hey, we have the Ingrid is interested vlog to get us started. Right? Other things that I will probably be covering. I know it keeps sounding like I'm going to end this video. That's what I think too. And then I just keep talking. The other things that will probably come up topic-wise, like low-key DIY home decorating, stuff like that. We inherited this house, so it came with a lot of things that we were happy to keep and a lot of things that we were happy enough to get rid of. There will probably be some repainting. Like, I didn't do this. Like, I don't hate it. I mean, it's fine. But yeah, this room was just like this. There's a small, like, mural in another room of the house that I'll show eventually that also was just here when we moved in. It's not, like, Bob Ross level artwork or, insert classical painter's name, but it's better than I can do. And it's kind of a sweet scene. I don't know. But yeah, I do think that's about it. Like, just that kind of stuff, languages, I don't know, whatever blows my skirt up, I guess, on any given week, or based on, whatever I'm doing, if I'm taking suggestions, however that goes. But I guess in that spirit, if this sounds like something that you might be interested in, if you don't find me off-putting and difficult to watch or follow, like, I will edit out my long pauses. I'll leave one in so that you can see why, but for the most part, I don't want the vlogs to be heavily edited, because that's one thing that puts me off putting up videos, and I need to get over myself and just be okay with this. Like, it's fine. It's really okay. But yeah, I guess like, comment, subscribe is what all the kids say, right? I'm old too, by the way. I'm like 36. I'll be 37 in November. So that's where I am. Don't have kids. I'm just very much like one. And I teach people. God, that's terrifying. I'm gonna call it here. Like, comment, subscribe. Please tell me what you liked, what you didn't. If I am too monotone, yeah, I know. I told you I gotta work on it, but I will gladly take any suggestions. I don't know what I'm doing. Thank you if you got this far. I hope to see you again. Yeah, that's it for now. I don't know when the next video will be out, probably sooner than a week, because this hasn't been much of anything. I just wanted to make myself do it and get it out there, so that's it. Thanks for coming. Ingrid is interested.